This is the postseason of the W&W Pokemon Draft League. We finished as number 1 overall seed as the West Texas Wingles, and so we have a bye. I think it's appropriate. We're playing a Tropicos team. We're going to use Tropicos 2 for now. Because of that, we've been, kind of sitting around waiting for the bracket to shape up a little bit, see who we're going to play. We saw a really cool series between Nashville and Queen City. And Nashville ended up winning that game, so we're going to get to play them, obviously. And we saw a game later tonight that's going to be a lot of fun. Chapel Lucha's Toronto Trick Rumors that should kick off right after this, so you can go check it out on John Morpheus or the Texas Two-Step Bot. Either one of those would be good. But we have a team here against a Terapagos, Cresselia, Fluttermane, Ursaluna, Mienshao, and Magmar. Now, there's no Dondozo. I was really hopeful to see Dondozo because we have Haze and we have a fun Leech Seed set from our Whimsicott that I think is going to be still very impactful in this matchup. I think getting rid of Trick Room on their side is actually going to be a lot tougher because it's Cresselia, and I believe that's going to be holding Mental Herb. But we can also get as many taunts as we want off because there is no Alchemy. That's going to be big for us as well. Playing this series, though, it's going to be... I think it's going to be difficult just throughout the whole thing. Because the Nashville Ninetales have been dubbed the Big Nasty Ninetales by yours truly. And they've embraced that. So they have a pretty bulky team. And the Fluttermane is going to be what determines how their team's going to play. This could be a very offensive, fast Fluttermane. That could be a challenge for us to deal with. To where we have to deal with Fluttermane almost before we deal with anything else. Now, my lead that I like to just kind of inherently go into this one with is our Whimsicott Chi-Yu, because that should apply a lot of offensive pressure going into this. And Lunala here can be in the back. I think either Chi-Yu or Lunala probably is our Terra Pokemon. We don't have a Psychic move on our Lunala, so the Terra Poison Ursaluna could be a problem. And I kind of like Dragonite here or Tauros. I think I want Tauros to open up because it just gives us a pretty good offensive side. And so this team, I think the fighting and water moves would be good. We have Trailblaze here for speed boosting, which, depending on how the matchup goes, could be good for us. But anyways, we do get into game 1 of this best of 5. All right. We get to use the blue fish, everyone. This should be a lot of fun here. So, Focus Sash, I think, is going to be on Mienshao this series, based off of what we're looking at. We do have to be a little mindful of close combat and or fake out here. Now, our Whimsicott has Covert Cloak, so I'm pretty happy with this in general. Now, what we can do to start off this series is go for Leech Seed into the Turtle Hat. I think that's okay. Or we can go for a Moonblast into the Mienshao. Now, they could get Poison Jab on Mienshao. I don't know how much I like that. But I think a Chi-Yu swap in the Lunala here is not bad. Or we can go into Tauros. Actually, I think I might like Tauros better here because of the Intimidate. Get our Intimidate off here, which should be good. Inner Focus, Mienshao. That's actually awesome to learn with game 1 here. And I think this could be Calm Mind's Tropicos. We're going to get a little bit of healing over here. This should make the Whimsicott pretty annoying in general. We can go Moonblast into the Mienshao slot because I'm a little worried about what it could do. We take care of that, and I think a Trailblaze here is not awful to get our speed up on Tauros. And then at this point, I think it's going to be how do we deal with Terapagos after this, which close combat is going to be important, but Protect could be something they can go for here. So I think Moonblast and the Trailblaze will pick this up. There's Protect. Knockoff, we'll get rid of our Life Orb. That will be Focus Sash. And then Charblaze got our speed up. Happy with that overall. Speed goes up. We have a couple options here. Healing is going to be so good on this. Leech Seed, if we could actually trap the Tropicus with Leech Seed going up, that'd be amazing. There's the Cresselia. Now, we can do a couple things here. This could be Trick Room. And if it's Trick Room, that's something we can possibly be worried about. I also do not mind doing Leech Seed into Cresselia this turn, just to get double healing going on. And we can close combat into this slot. Terra Stellar could be spooky, and we are going to allow Trick Room to go up, but I think our Lunala in this scenario would be actually okay. So Leech Seed Cresselia, and then close combat here. Cresselia is Terra Fairy. Ally switch. Okay, that's a little annoying. Alright, well that'll do a little bit. I think if we lose Tauros here, that's okay, because we can bring in Chi-Yu now. Lefties? Oh, this is beautiful for us. We can taunt that slot. Okay, so we can taunt it. I do not want to let Trick Room get up now if we have Chi-Yu on the field. So Chi-Yu is going to come in. Earth Power is a move that this Tropicus probably has, right? But that is a chunked. It's chunked at this point. It's no longer full HP. We can taunt Cresselia, and if we Dark Pulse, we're going to be Choice Specs Dark Pulse from here on out. I think that's okay. Actually, let's just go for the Heat Wave. Or, sorry, Flamethrower. Flamethrower is our best neutral damage. Here comes Terra. Who's Terraing? Is it going to be... Or, not, who's Terraing? Okay, so big Tropicus. With +1 is a little spooky, but we will taunt. That's not enough because of +1, but Leech Seed's going to become a problem. +1 probably KOs you, right? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Can't use Trick Room after the taunt. Cresselia is going to keep us healing. Alright, Leech Seed will finish off that slot this turn. I think you go Leech Seed into Cresselia this turn. Leech Seed Cresselia is taunted. And then Flamethrower into this slot. That will pick that up. It can protect. And then you got Whimsicott and Lunala to finish here. The healer will all go to Whimsicott though. But our ghost type will be pretty strong. Okay. Get another heal. This one will stick. Flamethrower will pick up the Chi-Yu. Or not the Chi-Yu, but Tropicus. I don't think Chi-Yu is going to survive this turn. Psychic into... If it goes into this Whimsicott slot, that's actually really good for us, right? We won't get the Leech Seed tick because we fainted this turn. The Lunala can come in now. Okay, so Bear's in. I think this is a Moon Guy Speed turn. And we have Flamethrower available. This is last taunt turn. I think you double this slot. Don't protect. They actually attack this turn. That's really good damage for us. So we're going to lose our healing, but is this Earthquake, though? If it's Earthquake, that could be a problem, right? It is. Don't see the Protect on him that turn. That's a problem. We'll have to stay not Ghost so Facade can't hit us. But because that will be enough to pick us up there, I think that could be a problem. D-Gleam can do something, but I think we're going to lose game 1 because the Bear is going to do enough damage with this next Earthquake. Not getting that, not calling the Protect there was what I think put us in. Because if we attacked Ursaluna there, I think we have a better chance of winning. But D-Gleam for a damage check. Not going to be enough here. Earthquake. Do I want to show Wide Guard? Because this is going to be like a 4-hit KO. Yeah. I don't know if I want to show Wide Guard. I'm trying to think if it's worth showing it for the game or not. He might honestly not have. Well, he should have single target move, right? This will force him to show. We'll show our Wide Guard, but I think they know we would have it. Okay. We get a little healing here. Not gonna be a lot. I think we still go down to the Bear here because it's a little over half. Next thing we can do, if we Terra Fairy go for it, will that be enough? Right? First one, it's not going to be. We don't eat the Earthquake, but I also don't mind seeing a damage check with Terra Fairy here. I know we open up Facade here, but at the same time, like, he just can EQ. Well, we could Wide Guard it too, but we'll get a D-Gleam in. Like, Crit wins us the game, I think, with Terra. It's so close. Headlong Rush, so we do see that. Alright, so that was a really close game 1. We don't win game 1. A little disappointing on that. I thought we were in a really good spot to begin with. Ollie likes to protect the Ursaluna first turn to get the burn, which I think kind of bit us in the butt there. I think we gotta be a little more mindful with Chiu's attack. We did lose Tauros a little earlier than maybe necessary, but I think we were okay. It wasn't the worst thing we've had. But Earthquake, Headlong Rush, probably Protect, probably Facade. So Dragonite looks really good into that slot. Salazzle also can do a couple things for us this series. And Magmar Fluttermane is also things I can use. I think the Whimsicott did a decent job for us. The Bear is always a problem. But with Poison Terra, it's not going to be easy to hit either. So, that Terra Fairy D-Gleam did not do that bad of damage. I think we can get that closer to a 2-hit with the Burn Chip. for us. Dragonite with Wide Lens, I think, can come in handy because we can do a couple really interesting things with it. Terapagos will probably have Covert Cloak if I had to guess after that game because it's a calm mindset. Chi is also okay. Fake Out is an issue. Dragonite could play here. I think if you Dragonite Whimsicott, there's something that we can do with this. Salazzle might be a game plan adjustment as well. I like the Whimsicott though. Chiyu, if we position Chiyu correctly, it can do a lot of damage for us this series. If we can give it Tailwind specifically. And then Lunala, I think in the back still okay. Yeah, we can go this route. The Fake Out knockoff man shot makes me think there's probably not a poison move on it. Yeah, let's lock this in. I think Dragonite can do something here because Dragonite immunes 2 of Ursaluna's moves here and forces it into Facade. And with that and Lunala, I think we can do some pretty good swaps here. That was a really close game 1. Okay. All right. So we got a couple things we can do for us here, right? Fake Out is something that can lead. We are Marvel Scale, so it does not look like we have anything you can fake out here, right? So a couple things we can do this turn. We can look at doing Dragon Tail into the Mean Shell. Yes, it'll move their Fake Out, but I think I'm okay with this. And then if we taunt, I think you can taunt this slot this time around, right? Make sure we're okay. So Dragon Tail to force the switch. Taunt to get this off the field. Or to keep it from setting up. I think we don't want to see it set up. We have Covert Cloak and we're faking Inner Focus. Oh, darn it, they call it. Good play. So taunt to stop any Calm Mind stuff here. They could swing. Okay. We should eat this. And then we do flinch. So we have Dragon Tail over here still. I'm wondering if it's worth leech seeding or not. We might actually, I think saving Whimsicott's more important. So we can switch this. And I do want to go to Lunala here because that would be important. Because I think they're going to go ahead and target that same slot again. That was not a good turn 1 for us. Do we Iron Head though? Whimsicott's going to come out. I think we could win with Whimsicott Chiyu. Worst case scenario. That turn 1 was really bad for us, but close combat. Oh, that's a really good swap now. That's doing so much damage. Dragon Tail forces the swap. Does a decent amount. Ursaluna's in. So this is, I think, okay. Because we get Ursaluna on the field early. We can Iron Head. Or we can Protect. I think a Protect here is not bad. Lunala here could be underneath some trouble. But I think if you Degleam... Actually, no. We Iron Head to break this. Do your Degleam now. We'll go for this. Is this Headlong Rush into... That's actually right through that. Arts. Okay, not gonna do a lot. That's a very bulky. So Earth Power to break this. And is it Headlong Rush? Oh, it's Facade. Okay. Facade picks it up. Okay. We do get Marvel's, we don't get it back quite yet. Okay. Shakes off the taunt. We can bring Whimsicott back in at this point, I think, and that's going to be how we're going to play this, right? We can go Leech Seed. I think you can Leech Seed the bear this time. And do you Wide Guard to stop? Well, he's not going to Earthquake because he's going to damage his own. He'll damage his own Pokemon. I think if you can get a Leech Seed here, right? Deagling there, I think that's enough for Chi-Yu to do enough damage here. The issue is Mienshao will be faster. Let's go for this one. Maybe Terra's the wrong play on this point. Because Grass Terra for Chi-Yu might be better, but I think I want the boosted damage on this turn. Is there a poison? Or is it going to be... Okay, big Tropicus. It is not protecting. It's Terra Star Storm. We're going to take super effective damage here. Oh, we're not playing the good. But we do get Leech Seed. That's going to add up on this bear. Deagleam's going to do a little bit. It's not going to do enough. Not going to do enough. Terra Starstorm. So, man, Wide Guard would have been a play here. We're going to lose 2, I think. Lunala would go down. Oh, it's a big crit. Tagalon Rush will KO, but it'll go down. At this point, close combat Mienshao will KO Chi-Yu to clean this up. Pretty sure, right? We're going to go down 0-2. We'll have to dig deep here. Tailwind is better for the endgame for Chi-Yu. At least Beads of Ruin is a very, very strong ability. And Heat Wave gets us in a good spot, but the problem is, if one of these protects here, then Fake Outs plus whatever, if it's Cresselia, I mean, Mienshao will probably be what KOs us, and Mienshao could have Wide Guard. But we kind of have to go for the Heat Wave here. Do need this hit both targets. I do believe this will KO both Pokemon if it hits. I believe in the fish. If this is Mienshao switching in here, I think this is awesome. Okay, it's not. It's Cresselia. Oh, it doesn't even get that one. You're kidding. That's bulkier than I expected. That Cresselia is over to hit KO range now. Heat Wave maybe picks up both here. They go Trick Room to like ice it for sure. Yeah, they're going Trick Room to ice it. Okay, so what do we gotta do to win this series? Oh, 1 HP. So close. Alright. Good game. Good game. I wonder if Salazzle with Fake Out pressure can do something for us. Because that could be good. I think Chi-Yu... If we would have teared Chi-Yu this game, we would have lost a turn earlier. So close. Limit Blessing. Okay, so Chi-Yu is invincible against Cresselia now. And then that'll be that. Okay. Not a good start to the series. But you know what? The series isn't over. Because it's a best of 5. That's the beauty of the postseason. I have not seen Fluttermane yet. Take a deep breath. I believe we can win 3 in a row here. It would be kind of fun if we did, right? So, Dragonite did not do an amazing job that game. It could be... I think the 4 hasn't been the problem. I think the problem's actually been how I've been playing this a little bit. I think we could possibly go a Tauros in the front with our Whimsicott. Because it gives us Intimidate for the Mienshao. We can immediately pressure Rapagos. We still have Taunt. I think Taunt's pretty important for this series. And I think Tauros is going to be pretty good in general. Hey, Walmart's here. Is Lunala doing enough for us right now? It might not be. But I also think with how we're in this spot right here, Lunala is going to be important. We could maybe lead a Lunala. Actually, if we do Whimsicott Lunala, right, neither Pokemon can get faked out. We can... I think that might be a play. And if they do the Fluttermane, we have Tailwind, right? I think that's actually a very viable option for us. Because then we can press damage to start the game and try to remove something to begin with. I think that's a pretty good out for us. We can also get around Magmar a little bit. I think that's actually an okay play. I think I like Lunala Whimsicott here. Tauros in the back can do quite a bit for us because I think Intimidate's actually valuable here. I know Dragonite got focused pretty hard last game. And I do believe in this Chiyu. I really do. I'm wondering if it might be try to play towards Salazzle. I think Salazzle with Fake Out and we're running an Endeavor on Salazzle. And I wonder if that could be something we can try to use to pick stuff up because we're missing KOs by just a little bit, right? I wonder if it is actually use Salazzle here. I think that might work for us. I mean, Chiyu's been okay, but I think Salazzle with Fake Out to give us something to play to later with both of these can be fine. We are adapting a little bit here, but this is the lead that we've been having a lot of fits with. And we're immune to Fake Out this turn. We don't know if Mienshao has Wide Guard or not. But I think because Earth Power is the only move unless they Terra right off the bat, which they absolutely could. But I think I'm actually okay. We are threatened by a knockoff this turn. Do we Terra to get around that? Or do we just, I think we can go ahead and go for this. And if we can double this slot, Sash is popped. We break this. Knockoff is likely going into Lunala this turn. I think I'm okay with this. Because I think we can live the... Yeah, we get this off the field, which is good for us. Salazzle can come in and do its thing as well. D-Gleam will break Terra Shell. I like this. Mienshow's gone. Mienshow's been kind of a problem. There is Calm Mind. We could have gone Calm Mind ourselves, but this is going to be Tauros Salazzle try to end it for us kind of thing. Protect is available if they think we're leech seeding. This could be the big bad bear. But I think we have a better answer to the big bad bear this time, because we can go for the Endeavor. Okay, Crystalia's in. We can go taunt, or we can go for, you know, actually, think about this. We could go for our own Calm Mind here. I think that's okay. We can go for our own Calm Mind here. Do we try to taunt Cresselia, or do we let them have the Trick Room? It is +1 on that turtle. We do have White Guard. I think if we go ahead and get our own +1, that'll negate some of the damage, and then I think you go ahead and try to get the Cresselia seeded. This is good, because we'll get a lot of extra chip damage on this thing. We have ways to play this. We have ways to play this. There's our seed into the bear. There's our own Calm Mind to negate their boosts. This is gonna hurt. Is 123 HP enough here? It might not be. This might be a dead turn for us. Okay, that's a big one for us. Get the seeds. Whimsicott's gonna get some healing here. Okay. At this point, Terra Steel, if we can protect things, is going to be valuable on Tauros. And Salazzle's going to aid him to get there. We can go D-Gleam to get there, or we can Wide Guard. But I think if we D-Gleam, we're going to get our chip. We'll get down to a 2v3. I think I'm okay taking the damage and seeing if we can go ahead and get a seed here. We can get Tauros in the Whimsicott slot. Wide Guard's the better. What? Okay, that's Earth Power into Cresselia, right? It's or Lunala. I don't remember my Pokemon. That's okay. Headlong Rush. Will KO Whimsicott. Defense drops. It is at half HP. Okay. They're both seated. Let's swap this in on the left, swap in on the right. We do get Intimidate, and we do have Facade available. The bear is minus -1 or -1. We can go fake out into the bear. Use our fake out while we have it. It's close combat gonna be enough. Close combat this slot. If we go -1. Double the slot. Okay. Here's the fun part. Is ally switch is the thing. And we get the leech seed sap. So there's a couple things that can happen here, right? They can go for the ally switch, or they can try to set up Trick Room. Either of these is good for them. A close combat into that slot is, I think, predictable. But do they hit ally switch or do they hit Trick Room, right? That's the thing. Okay, we're hitting Trick Room. So bear is in, hitting Earthquake. Oh, we didn't. We forgot to tear up. They can psychic for the win. Okay. Okie dokie. Y'all ready for a really fun play here? That is a burned Ursaluna that is hitting Earthquake this turn. We can go Endeavor this slot. And we can protect our Tauros. And that should pick that up because of Burn Chip. Endeavor, protect. Now they double Salazzle, it's over. If they double Salazzle, it's over. If you double Salazzle, it's over. They double Salazzle, it's over. To the lower bracket we go, everybody. We got swept in a series I thought we were going to actually be sweeping. That is unfortunate. Oh, that would have won us put us in a good spot. That is unfortunate. I think we were not as prepared for Cresselia as I thought we'd be. I thought we'd actually run over Cresselia, to be honest with y'all. It did not work out that way. Yeah, Lunar Blessing could have canceled Burn. But yeah, that was a good game. GG's. Let me go and put the 3 up. Our first loss of the season. And honestly, at some point, things do have to come to an end. I'm really bummed that we got swept. I think we played that pretty poorly, to be honest. Ollie actually played, I think, phenomenally. Ollie was playing really, really good. I thought the team in question was actually much better than how it performed. And that is kind of the problem there. That was, man, I'm a little flabbergasted, to be honest. Yeah, we kind of stunk it up, to be honest. I liked our Leech Seed when it got set. It completely walled Dondozo. But I also thought it was going to be pretty effective in this matchup in general. It didn't really go very far, I guess, in hindsight. And we didn't need Tailwind either. So Whimsicott might have been able to be pulled for, another damage dealer, but we just didn't do enough. That really stings a little bit. But you can't win them all. I mean, the nice thing about having the opening bye that we had, we've been sitting on our butt for a little bit. We will go on to play the Memphis Machamps, I think, next. But yeah, we'll have to, if we want to win it all, we're going to have to win 10 games in the finals or win a two best of fives. But I think that's, we're looking really, really far ahead. And I think that kind of got us in the butt too, is we were not focused on the task at hand. And as you can see, there's a 3 in the Nashville side to a 0 on West Texas. So we swept them in the regular season. We might have showed them too much in that one. But yeah, they swept this one. It counted the most. So really well played, Wally. I think I didn't play my best game, but that's not really an excuse. I was confident in the team build that we had. I don't think executed it very well, and Nashville did. So that goes on me, really. To be honest with you, I think the team was there. I just didn't pilot it right. But yeah, we'll go on to the lower bracket. Our season is thankfully not over because of our format, and let's go from there. So. Big Nasty Ninetales is in the upper bracket finals, so they're 1 win away from waiting to see who they're going to play with 2 lives, which is it's going to be kind of fun. That's going to be a tough team to beat for anybody. They made some really good roster moves, and we didn't see the new Pokemon, but I guess Magmar, but they didn't show up, and no Flutter. So we use yeah, that's on us. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. We'll figure it out. I have full confidence in our ability to play good Pokemon. Wasn't meant to be today, I think. So we'll try again in the lower bracket with basically 1 life at this point. So we'll see you. Thanks again.